Good day, good people. My name is Gentleman Viking, and welcome to part 5 of my impressions videos on The Mandalorian. We're up to episode 5, titled The Gunslinger. So, this episode, it wasn't too bad. It was a very character-light episode. All in all, there was only probably about 4 main characters in the whole episode that we actually had a lot of time with. So, Mando, a mechanic who's fixing his ship, a bounty hunter, a new amateur bounty hunter named Toro, and his quarry named Fennec, who is I think an ex-assassin, imperial sniper, bounty hunter type character. It's never really established what she does. Mando just says that she used to do a lot of killing for the criminal cartels and the Hutts, so probably an assassin. Anyway, so the episode starts off with this dogfight in space between Mandalorian and another bounty hunter. You never find out his name. He doesn't last very long. That other bounty hunter, he's shooting up Mando's ship quite effectively. Manages to blow up or at least severely damage one of his engines. And he says Mando's line, "I can take you in warm, or I can take you in cold." And then Mando breaks his, stops his ship, so the other bounty hunter's ship flies over him. Mando says, "That's my line," and then blows him up. I thought that was pretty cool. Nice callback to the first episode. And also shows how cool under pressure Mando can be. He tries to fiddle around with his ship, but it's not working properly. All the lights go out and Baby Yoda chuckles to himself, cute as always. So anyway, it turns out that Mando is actually right near Tatooine. So he pulls into Tatooine, he lands in a random spaceport in Mos Eisley, and these pit droids, like the ones from Star Wars The Phantom Menace, they pop up and try to repair his ship, but Mando hates droids, so he tries to shoo them away by shooting them. The mechanic gets really pissed off, comes out. She's like this middle-aged to elderly woman, bit of a shady mechanic type character. Anyway, so yeah. Mando says, "Oh, can you repair my ship?" "Oh, yeah. What do you got?" "Oh, I've got 500 Imperial credits." "Oh, that's barely gonna last you the bloody hangar. You're gonna have to get more money." He's like, "Okay, then I'll go out and get a job." So he's walking through Tatooine, Mos Eisley, and we see all these Imperial stormtroopers, helmets or heads on pikes, scattered around this little area. I thought that was pretty interesting. I think it's to really hit home the fact that both two things. No one liked the Empire very much, and yeah, they're pretty much gone now. We see then the mechanic playing cards with her pit droids, and Baby Yoda starts making a really loud sound, and the mechanic is all like, "Oh, well, look at you, you're really cute. I'm gonna have to charge him extra for looking after you. Yes, I am." She feeds him what I think is gonna be bone broth again. This show has something about bone broth. And it also surprises me that we're 5 episodes into this series, and we still haven't had one poop joke about Baby Yoda pooping his nappies / diapers, whatever you want to call it, or something like that. Anyway, Mando goes into this bar where he meets Toro, who's a young man trying to get into the Bounty Hunters Guild. It's his first job, but he takes pretty much the hardest job he can, going after an ex-criminal syndicate assassin named Fennec Shen, played by Ming-Na Wen, of all people, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, Toro, he seems pretty brash. It sounds like he's out of his depth, he's out of his league, very inexperienced, which he is. And, Mando says, "Okay, then you've got, sure. I'll take the job, and because Toro offers him all of the money, he just wants the glory. And Mando says, okay, meet me at the hangar bay in half an hour. He goes back to the hangar bay, says, yeah, I need you to look after the kid for me. And Toro shows up with 2 speeder bikes, like the ones from Return of the Jedi, which I thought was pretty cool again. As I said, there's a lot of callbacks and nods to the movies. Anyway, we see a few shots of them riding through the desert. We see Mando's cape billowing behind him, and the only thing I could think of was from The Incredibles. No capes! So anyway, they come across some Tusken Raiders, and Mando uses sign language to try and bargain their way through some of their land, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, it's very smart. When you're a bounty hunter, you don't want to keep on making enemies wherever you go. You want to keep your conflict to a minimum until you reach your quarry, otherwise you're too buggered and too injured to fight your quarry when you find them. And he uses a sign language too, which I found pretty cool, because the Tusken Raiders always seem to be communicating in like the growls and the roars. So anyway, Toro makes a few comments about, oh yeah, you know, I could take him, blah blah blah. Oh, you had to trade away my binoculars to get across their land. What's all that about? So he seems like one of those cliche characters where he's young and inexperienced, but it almost so sounds like he knows better, or he thinks he knows better. So they're riding through the desert again. They come across a dewback with its rider dead, still attached, and Mando goes to investigate, but realizes too late that it's a trap set by Fennec, who is up on a rock, a boulder cliff, with a sniper blaster rifle. She shoots Mando twice, but his Beskar armor holds up, and damn, that Beskar must be something. I don't really know what Beskar steel is. This was my first major hearings about it. As I said in some of my previous videos, I don't have too much experience with Star Wars except for the movies. Anyway, so Mando says, "Oh yeah, we'll wait until dark and then we'll make our move." And I'm like, "You're in gonna be in the desert for like several hours on end. You're gonna die. You know, you'll die of dehydration after the first hour, let alone several hours until both suns set." But anyway, details. So yeah, they're riding forward on their speeder bikes, and they're shooting up these flare gun type things, which are meant to confuse Fennec's sniper scope, sniper blaster scope. Excuse me. So yeah, she's all blinded, and she does manage to get off one lucky shot on Mando's speeder bike, which sends him tumbling. She shoots him in the chest, sends him flying back. But Toro manages to make it to the cliff. He scales the cliff, comes up behind her. They have a bit of a fight, a bit of a scuffle. Fennec is like way better fighter than him. Go Ming-Na Wen. Anyway, yeah, Mando wakes up, says, "Oh yeah, good going, kid, nice distraction." Fennec surrenders, they cuff her. And because they've only got one speeder bike, and I think it only sits 2 people, they're having to go back and get that dewback. And Toro manages to convince Mando that he should be the one to go get the dewback, so he's like, "Okay, I'll go get it." And as the suns rise, Fennec says, "Oh, you know, that Mando, he's worth way more than me. You're after glory. If you bring back that Mandalorian, he's the one who betrayed the Hunters Guild, the Bounty Hunter Guild. They want him. You know, you'll get way more glory than me. And just let me go and we can both take him." And once again, I like how this show uses cliches and breaks others. Even though there was really only one of 3 ways that conversation could have gone. Toro says like, "Oh, okay then, yeah, you're right, that's some good advice," and then shoots her, shoots Fennec, dead, presumably. And he's like, "Oh, if I followed your advice and I uncuffed you, you'd just kill me. But if I take the Mandalorian in on my own, then I'll be a hero." So he speeds off. Mando comes back to the scene of the supposed crime. And he's like, oh crap. Manages to make his way back to the hangar bay on the dewback, which would have taken him hours. Which also, I guess, also explains why it's dark the moment by the time he makes his way back. Toro tries to ambush him, holding the kid and the mechanic hostage, but Mando secretly uses one of those flare gun things again to distract him, shoots him dead, pays the mechanic, and then off he trots. And then we get this little after shot of this dark figure moving towards and kneeling down next to Fennec. So, I mean, she's a pretty high-profile TV actor from what I can gather. You're not going to just kill her off and then for just one episode. You'd bring her back for something. And yeah, that's just a short one today. As I said, it was pretty character light. Most of it was made up of like filler scenes. Let me know what you think or thought of the episode and what you think of my review. Let me know down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and share the video. As always, I've been Gentleman Viking, and I hope you have a good day. Ta-ra!